So, you know, what happened then created this this great relationship that's gone on. When our first CD came out, Kenny was kind enough, he sang on the record, came into the studio and worked like 5 hours on this song with all the background vocals. You gotta remember, this is a little, you know, Hapa, back in those days, we still are to a certain degree. We were like the Volkswagen that always broke down that you rooted for going across country. Oh, this group from Hawaii, and he came in and sang, and when the CD went to Honolulu, my original partner, we didn't even have photos. It was like we couldn't do any wrong. That Wayne Harada put pictures of Kenny and said, Grammy Award-winning singer backs local Maui group. But honestly, you know, there's these people in your life, we all know this, whose shoulders you stand on, and this group has been so blessed by this guy. He would have us at the Shell, 4 or 5 concerts over the last 20 years. Everybody would show up late thinking we were opening. He would have us come out as his guests halfway through. So, I guess that's good enough of an intro.
He mentioned Gabby earlier in the show. And when he sent me this next song and said, would you sing on it? I was already deeply immersed in Gabby, just for no reason at all, other than I'd gone to Hawaii for 20 years, and all of a sudden, he just took a hold of my head. I think some of the great ones do that. And what caught my attention, I didn't know this, but you got to realize this. If I get that, I may have an urban legend here, as my memory's fading. But as I recall, he was about 13 years old in Boston when he hears Gabby, and other kids are picking up the guitar playing the Beatles, and he's learning Hawaiian music. I think that's a proof of previous lifetimes.
A little older, but yeah. Like I'm Boston, but a little older and a little further west, but yeah.
No, I figured I saw you as a young Howdy Doody in Boston.
No. Remember the OPs? That was after I moved to Hawaii. You can look on a Facebook page. Yeah, I was.
So I'm cheating a little bit with the lyrics because I sing it every 10 years. So we can't.
Well, this piece was written by somebody that Kenny loves. It was actually written by her mother, Auntie. Her name is Auntie Lydia Namahana Maioho, who was in the wheelchair. Remember? It was her mother's song. Her mother, Auntie Emily K. Kaula Taylor, wrote this song, and that family are the curators. They still are to this day. Auntie Lydia, who we met, it was her mother's song Kenny sang on. Met Auntie Lydia. She was 75 at the time. Her mother, Auntie Emily K. Kaula Taylor, wrote it. Now her great-grandson is the curator of this piece of land on Oahu known as the Royal Mausoleum. It's up Nu'uanu Avenue. It's the only land in the state of Hawaii that's not recognized by the U.S. as owned by the U.S. because it's where all the elites are buried, so they thought they'd let that be with the Hawaiians. So her family was a curator of that piece of land, and where her lineage came from, Auntie Lydia and her grandmother and her family that still watches over all those graves of Kamehameha and Kaiulani and Queen Leo Kalani and King David Kalakaua. They're all buried there. Their lineage came back to King Kamehameha IV when he knew he was going to die. He summoned his chiefs. He wanted to talk about where he was going to hide his bones, and he knew he had to trust them because this was very, very heavy with Hawaiians. The bones carried so much mana. All the chiefs started getting ready and they prepared themselves to go see the king, but 2 of them ran to his side, Kai Kaheke Kai being one of them. They came in malo, and Kamehameha knew that he could trust them because they didn't take any time to dress themselves. They went right to his side. So that was Auntie Lydia's lineage. So the song really has this like really deep, heavy roots. I had so many beautiful nights there, sitting in her living room with all these pictures of Hawaiian royalty around us. She pointed out to the graveyards and she goes, this is my family, they're not gone, you know. So that's where the song comes from, and it's called Awapuhi.
I'm just going to interrupt you one more time. This is how cool this guy is. I come in with this idea of completely painting a new picture of a song I had no idea was hundreds of years old. and I was stepping all over this incredible lineage. And now I am it.
No. It was beautiful. Actually, you came in, the date was set for the studio. Kenny came in, we bumped into each other at the airport. You were going to Hana to go do your thing and keep a loop.
I have no memory.
Well, everybody remembers when they see you. That's the whole thing. I was like, hi, Kenny. He's like, okay, we got the studio date for next week. I go, yeah, we do. You went to Hana. But before you left, you went, man, I hear this like, ooey waka woo, waka wookie, and I'm like, oh boy. Holy crap, I better bring in a Hawaiian language guy. And if you look on our Facebook page, you'll see a picture of Kenny from 23 years ago this Wednesday. It was dated. You came into the studio with Hawaiian language instructor. He wrote Leipi Kake with us, Kiope Raymond. Kiope sat with Kenny. I just stayed way out of the way. And the two of them put together that version of Ku'ule Awapuhi. Kenny came up with a beautiful little counterpart harmony. He sang 5 vocal parts, and it to this day is still one of our most downloaded songs, but I don't owe you any money.
$20 from the last time we were at that bar in Maui.
So that's it, and we'll do this, and then we'll bring up Hula Anyone, and right then. Ronnie, ready? Okay. Second half, here we go. Of course, I blew it, he got it right.